Hey guys, this is your host Rahul from Technoria, and today we are having this Asus Zenfone 2 device with us. Asus had launched this device last month in India. Globally, it was announced in the month of January in Consumer Electronics Show, or you can say CES in Las Vegas. And within the period of 3 to 4 months, Asus has launched this device in India. This device comes in different variant, the 2GB variant, the 4G variant, but we have got the top end variant which is ZE551ML. It's the 4G variant which has got 4GB of RAM. This is the first smartphone in the world which has got 4GB of RAM in it, and it allows you to play games, surf media without having any issue of or any lag. We are using this device from approximately a month and we are quite satisfied with this device. This device has got good charging. It supports 4G LTE band in India as well, as you can see, and it comes with full HD display screen. It has got Bluetooth 4.0 and it has got a 13MP rear camera which shoots very good images out of it. So let's just unbox this box and we will see. First of all, you will find your device itself. As you can see, it's written, it has got 13MP Pixel Master camera which allows you to take good images under low lighting condition. It has got 5.5-inch display panel, and Asus claimed that the body of this device is exactly the same of Zenfone 5 which was launched last year. So it means Asus has fitted this 5.5-inch display panel in the 5-inch device body. It has got a 64-bit quad-core processor which is from Intel, and it has got brand new Gen UI which is based on Android Lollipop. Apart from this, you will have some documentation over here, warranty card and your user guide manual. Apart from this, you have a wall charger and a micro USB to USB cable. There is no earphone bundle in this package as it's a reviewed package, but in a retail package you will get earphone bundle in the box. So let's just put this box aside and see what this device has got for you. So device is very good at first look. It seems a nice device. You will see. If you talk about the build quality of this device, then Asus has designed this device very good and very well. It has got a curved back panel which allows you to hold this device in one hand very easily, and it provides a nice grip to the device. Although one hand usage of this device is not possible as you might not be able to reach all corners of this 5.5-inch display panel. However, there are very sleek and very thin edges which adds beauty to the phone. As you can see, there are no buttons over the edges. Asus has removed volume rocker from here, and now you have got a volume rocker over here which is a very good place, and you can easily reach this button very easily, and the buttons are plastic button but provide very good feedback to the user. However, the power button is placed at the top which is not a very comfortable position to reach. As you can see, you might not be able to reach the power button as it's placed at the top, and the button is also very tough to press, and so in many situations you might not be able to press this button. However, Asus has implemented the double touch to wake feature in this device which allows you to double tap to wake or double tap to put the device in lock situation. So it's a good, but however this power button is difficult to reach and difficult to press. If you talk about connectivity port, then at the bottom you will find your micro USB port along with the primary mic over here, as there are no ports at the sides. At top you will get a 3.5mm audio jack along with your on and sleep button and secondary mic for noise cancellation. At back you will find a dual LED flash and your 13MP rear camera which shoot very good images out of it. Here is your volume rocker over here. Here is Asus branding and your Intel branding over here. The back panel of this device seems like a metal, but it's not metal, it's plastic back panel and it can be removed. Let me just remove this back panel. this back panel can be removed. However, it's not plastic, but it's a plastic device or plastic back panel, but provides a premium feel and it looks like a metal back panel. The battery of this device is sealed inside and it can be removed. However, when you remove back panel, you will get access to your dual SIM card slot along with your micro SD card slot over here. This micro SD card slot allows you to expand its memory up to 64 GB. At front, you will find some sensor over here. Here is your nice metallic earpiece, your 5MP front camera, and here is your LED motivation light over here. Also have provided the touch capacitive button over here, which is kind of awkward in a 5.5-inch display panel, as this button and the chin over here has increased the size of this device and it makes this device a little bit bulky. Instead of this providing this touch capacitive button, Asus could have moved with the on-screen button, which will reduce the size of this device and it can be easily fitted in one hand. However, Asus has also provided very thick bezels around the display panel, which again increase the size of this device. Let's talk about its hardware and under the hood feature. We talk about the processor of this device, then this device is powered by a 64-bit quad-core processor from Intel. It's the Z3580 processor, which clocked at 2.3 GHz along with 4 GB of RAM. This is the first smartphone of the world which features 4 GB of RAM, and this 4 GB of RAM allows you to play games, surf web, play multimedia files and lots more. And in our usage of 1 month, we never faced any lag or hiccup on this device. If we talk about its software part, then it has got, this device is powered by Gen UI, which is wrapped under Android Lollipop. Let me show you. It's running on Android Lollipop, which is Android 5.0, as 5.1 is out there, but still it's running on 5.0, and we have gotten news that Asus is planning to roll out 5.1 update very soon. This device comes with GPS feature and it can lock your location very easily. Here you can customize some of the settings, some of the recent app key. You can customize how this key will work and some other settings which you can customize over here. It do support gloves mode, which means this device, if you are wearing gloves, then also you can access and play with this device if you enable this glove mode. The power management of this device is very good. It comes with 3 options of power management: the ultra saving mode, optimized mode, customized mode. At this time, this device is running on optimized mode, which is best for average user, but you can always switch between ultra mode, ultra saving mode, or the customized mode. In terms of battery, this device comes with 300 mAh battery, and this battery provides decent amount of feedback to you. In our usage, in our heavy usage, we are able to survive more than 1 day on this device. Don't forget, it's a 5.5-inch display panel. It's having 5.5-inch display panel, and on this display panel, battery could drain very fast, but on this device we are able to survive more than one day with this 3000 mAh battery. In terms of apps, let me show you. As already told you, this device has got 4 GB of RAM, and you will never face any issue with less memory or any such issue. We played some heavy games. We are going to play them again on this device in this video, and we never faced any kind of lag, or even when we are switching between different games, different heavy games. I won't say games, it's heavy games, and we never faced any kind of lag or delay in opening of those games. So there are plenty of RAM available for you in every situation. Internal storage, this device comes with 32 GB of internal storage, which can be expanded up to 64 GB. Apart from 32 GB of internal storage, you will get around 25.5 GB of internal storage, as we had installed a couple of games and lots of other media. That's why it's showing less memory over here. However, you can't make your SD card as a default write disk, so it's a limitation. But as you are getting this much amount of free storage on your internal storage, which is fair enough, and I don't think you will run out of your space. One thing I would like to appreciate with this device, as Asus have provided 30 GB of internal storage. In many situations we have seen that when you are having 4 GB of RAM, you would like to install lots of games, and then you are installing lots of games, they need space. So Asus have provided plenty of space to install your games on this device. Internal display, then this device do support automatic brightness. Let me show you. Yes, it do support automatic brightness for you, and it can adjust the brightness level according to the environment. Here is the easy mode, in which all app icon will be bigger. You can always turn this easy mode on if you want to use this device with one hand, as apps will be bigger in size and you can easily identify them. This device do support NFC and internal tethering. It do support Wi-Fi hotspot, Wi-Fi tethering, and you can create Wi-Fi hotspot with this device. USB tethering and Bluetooth tethering is also possible on this device. So the overall UI of this device is very smooth. However, I will say that Asus has over customized the Gen UI, and in many situations you will feel that the material design of Android Lollipop has been skipped on this Gen UI. As I'm a fan of original material design, which I'm missing on this device. However, there are some situations like in notification panel you will find your material design, but in my situation I am missing those material design and those settings which were found on stock Android Lollipop. Apart from this, in terms of UI, this device comes with several preloaded apps, like, let me show you, like here are your Keymaster, TripAdvisor, Amazon Kindle, Router Safety. Apart from this, Asus has bundled some of its own apps like File Manager, Flashlight, Mini Movie, and MyAsus, and some more, which are very useful in different scenarios. However, many of them are useless for an average user, and you might never use those pre-installed apps in your life. Now let's talk about the display panel of this device. The display of this device, it has got a 5.5-inch display panel, and it's a full HD display panel which comes with the pixel density of 403 ppi pixel per inch, and it's very sharp and vivid display panel. You can always make this display panel comfortable to you by going to this setting. Let me show you. Here currently it's on balance mode. However, you can always switch to reading mode, which is best for the if you are reading something on it. And if you are playing games or watching movies on this, then you can always go to the vivid mode. There is a customized mode also, in which you can adjust the saturation according to your need. One thing Asus has implemented in this device is that now it supports themes. There are plenty of themes which you can download from the App Store of this Asus. Currently we are having 2 themes and we can apply, currently we are having 3 themes and we can apply any of them. As you can see, if I apply this, it will change the look and feel of this device. So it's good, as now you can apply themes on your device also. Now let's talk about the camera of this device. It has got a 30MP rear camera which can shoot good images under the low lighting condition as well. Let me shoot an image of this box. Let me shoot. See, we had captured this image under the artificial light, and even in this condition this image comes very sharp and colors are looking very good, and you can see details are there in this image, and you can find each and every details on this device, on this image. The camera is doing its job very good, and it has got a 30MP rear camera which is doing its job very well. Here is another image which we had shot with this camera, and you can see color reproduction and colors are coming out very sharp from this camera, from this image which we had shoot with this 30MP rear camera. Here's another image which we had shoot under complete darkness, and you can see again there are nice details which you can see in this image. The camera is performing its job very good. Even under low lighting condition you will be able to shoot nice images from this camera. Let me take a selfie from this front facing camera, 5MP front facing camera, and show you how it works. You can see again front camera is also doing its job very good, and details are again very sharp in this image as well. The camera is very good on this device, and it can shoot very good images from both front and rear camera for you. Now let's talk about its benchmark and gaming test on this device. First of all, let's see what is the benchmarking score on this device. So in terms of Antutu benchmark score, it has got a very good score, and it's ahead of Google X5 and Xiaomi Mi 3. Here it has got a score of 13,525, which is a very good score for a device which comes at a price tag of 20,000. Let me run another benchmark score, and it's Ninamark. It's the graphical testing tool which shows how powerful this device is in terms of graphics. Again on Ninamark score, it has got a very good score of 59.7 frames per second, which is again a very good score for this device. Let's see how much touch points this device supports, and I think it supports 10 touch points. Yes, it supports 10 touch points, and which is a good thing for you, as this device is primarily many users will use this device to play games, and as it supports 10 touch points, so it will be easy to play games on this device. So as this device is targeted for gaming user as well, so let's play some game on this device. You see again there is no issue with this game, and we can easily play this game without having any issue. So Blood and Glory game is very good game, and it's a very heavy game also, which puts a lot of load on your GPU as well as on your CPU, but here we are able to play this game without having any issue. So let's play another game. Now we are going to play GT Racing 2, and then we will play Real Racing 3 as well. Again, it's a very good game, and again it will put some nice load on your CPU, and it's a good game to judge the hardware performance of this device or any other device. And you can see we are able to play this game without any issue, without any lag. There are no hiccups on this device, on this game, and we are able to play it very easily. Let's close this game and now play Real Racing 3. As I noticed that I haven't closed previous two games, and it will show me how this device handle multitasking. Those two games are running in the background, and now we are playing another third game. So let's see how this game works. Again, there are no initial hiccups, lag as of now in this game. And don't forget, we are running couple of games in the background, and those are not the ordinary games, those are very high-end and heavy games which are running in the background, and still this device is performing very good under this condition. So thanks to the 4 GB of RAM which this device has got and the quad-core 64-bit Intel processor, both are very good to handle high tasks and high gaming on this device. So if you're a gaming lover, then this is the device which you can get, and there will be no hiccups or any kind of lag from this device. In terms of heating, many users has asked, does this device heat? And yes, this device can heat up when you play heavy games and do multitasking for longer period of time, but that heating is not too much. It's a normal heating which you will feel over this area. But yes, heating is there, but not that much heating which will burn your hand. As you can see, I am running lots of apps in the background, and still this device is performing very good, and that there are no hiccups, and we can easily switch between one game to another. Let me switch to the another Real Racing, then Blood and Glory, and here is a Deadly Trigger. So as you can see, switching between games is not a big task, and you can easily switch between apps on this device, and there will be no hiccups or anything on this device. So overall, just to wrap this video, I would say it's a very nice device. It supports 4G as well in India. In Indian bands of 4G are supported in this device. The screen is very good. The viewing angle of this screen is again quite nice. It's an IPS display screen. It's a touch resistant screen. The back panel of this device has got a premium look, and it's a plastic material, will not invade your fingerprint or smudges anywhere soon. Although the speaker of this device seems very big, but when you remove this back panel, speaker is very small, which is situated over here. But this speaker is placed over the at back side, and audio will get muffled little bit because it's a curved back panel, and due to this curved back panel, audio will not get muffled that much. So that's it from us, guys. If you have any question regarding this device, then do comment below. We will be happy to answer them, and we are coming with some of the great features of this device which will help you to buy or not to buy this device. So stay tuned. If you like the video, then don't forget to press a thumbs up for us, and do subscribe to our video channel by pressing subscribe button below. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Your host Rahul Sharma. Thank you.